This episode of the Wheel of Time Community Show is sponsored by Tor Books and our Patreon supporters.
I'm Kitty.
I'm Thom.
And I'm Ebony.
Welcome to the next episode of the Wheel of Time Community Show. I'm your host, Kitty, but you can refer to me as Kitty Sadai. Or, you know what? Amerlin's Seat. Or Mother will do just fine. Let's get right into the latest news. We talk a lot on this show about Amazon Prime's upcoming Wheel of Time TV show. The only news recently is that the cast and crew are gathering again in Prague to resume filming season 1. The What on Prime crew also went to Brandon Sanderson's house to discuss his take on the show along with updates on his work. So with things relatively slow, at least from an official TV point of view, we're going to go old school and talk about books. Now that it's January, that means it is award season. And one of the most prestigious awards around for science fiction and fantasy are the Hugo Awards, which are given out by the members of the World Science Fiction Convention, known simply as Worldcon. Each year, the Hugos are given in multiple categories such as Best Novel, Best Short Story, Best Editor, and more. Right now, the window for nominating Hugos is open, but it's too late to become a nominator. But if you're already a current Worldcon member, you should be eligible to nominate works. If not, that's okay. You can still sign up and become a member who votes on the finalists once they're announced. So what does this have to do with the Wheel of Time? I'm glad you asked. It's time for a history lesson. Gather round. Despite their popularity and influence on the fantasy genre over the past 30 years, Robert Jordan and the Wheel of Time have never won a Hugo Award. The first nomination it received was in 2014 when the entire series as a whole was nominated under the Best Novel category. This caused quite a stir back then because many people felt that the entire 15-book series, which includes New Spring, the novel, kind of broke the spirit of the award, even though it was officially ruled to be a multi-part, serialized single work, as defined in Section 3.2.4 of the WSFS Constitution. Are you taking notes? There may be a quiz later. The series did not win the Best Novel Award that year, but it did partially inspire the powers that be at Worldcon to create a new category of Best Series. But since no new WAP books have been published since that time, the Wheel of Time has never qualified for the Best Series Hugo Award. Until now. Back in March of last year, Team Jordan, that is, Brandon Sanderson, Harriet McDougall, and their folks published a series of chapters collectively called A Fire Within the Ways as part of the Unfettered 3 anthology from Grim Oaks Press. This collection of chapters were essentially deleted scenes from the final book of The Wheel of Time, A Memory of Light. Because these new chapters officially represent new published material in the series, it makes The Wheel of Time eligible for the Best Series Hugo. Now, if you're a current member of Worldcon, and you believe that the Wheel of Time series is worthy of a Hugo Award, then you're welcome to nominate it as a whole series. If you're not a current member of Worldcon with the ability to nominate, then keep an eye out on the Dragamount and Worldcon 2020 websites to look for news in case the Wheel of Time gets nominated. All finalists should be announced by early April. Of course, the Wheel of Time wasn't the only Hugo-worthy thing to appear in 2019. Here to tell us more about some notable works or people you might want to consider for the 2020 award season is our keeper of the Community Chronicles, Ebony.
Hi, Kitty.
Didn't you get the memo?
Right. Sorry about that. Hi, Mother.
Much better. So, what do you have for us?
Well, today the talk is all about the Hugo Awards. Now, anyone can become a member, even if you can't attend the actual convention. As a member, you not only get the chance to vote on your favorite works from the previous year, you also receive most, if not all, of the works in ebook format. That's right, y'all, free books. Now, it does cost money to become a member, but the benefits outweigh the cost by a long run. Nominations can be submitted between now and March 31st, 2020. Nominees will be announced in early April. Voting will take place, and the winners are announced at the Worldcon 2020 taking place in Wellington, New Zealand, July 29th through August 2nd. Now, for your consideration, here are the eligible works related to Wheel of Time, Dragonmount, and some of our associates. For Best Series, Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. Best Novel is The Warrior of Altai, Robert Jordan's first and last novel that was published last year. It's a great read, however, it does not take place in the Wheel of Time universe. For Best Related Work, we have DragonMount.com. For over 21 years, Dragonmount has provided news and community for Wheel of Time fans around the globe. This year, we've been focusing on our social media presence and more news coverage as we prepare as many Wheel of Time fans as possible for the upcoming Amazon Prime Wheel of Time TV show. Best Fan Writer is Adam Whitehead. Y'all know Adam from his bi-weekly column here on Dragonmount called Adam's Wheel of Television. Well, Adam is also a prolific fan writer and a Wheel of Time blogger. He's been covering the science fiction and fantasy genre for years through his websites The Word Zone and Atlas of Fire and Ice. Also, best writer is Silas K. Barrett. Silas is a Tor.com blogger writing a blog called Reading the Wheel of Time, where he recaps each chapter and gives his first-time reader impressions. Sean Speakman is for Best Editor Short Form and is the mastermind behind several anthologies, including Unfettered 3. You can get Unfettered 3 through Amazon.com, Audible.com, at Barnes & Noble, or at the Book Depository for our international fans. Best Novelette, The Stone Golem of Qualjong, was written by our very own Dragonmount founder, Jason Denzel. It's a story about a lonely stone creature that lives outside of time. This novelette can be found in Unfettered 3 anthology. Also, Daniel Green, Nablus, and The Dusty Wheel for the Best Fan Cast Award. The Best Fan Cast Award is given to the best non-professional audio or video periodical devoted to science fiction, fantasy, or related subjects. It's important to remember that if you're able to nominate, you should only nominate those works or people that you feel are award worthy. This list that I gave you is just for your consideration.
Ebony, where can people go to read more about Worldcon, the Hugo Awards, and how to register and be a part of everything?
Oh, they can head over to worldcom.org for more information.
Awesome. Anything else?
Just a quick shout out to Maria Simmons, Robert Jordan and Harriet's longtime assistant and co-author of the Wheel of Time Companion. Last week on January 6th was her birthday, which coincidentally was the 16th anniversary of the novel New Spring. Maria has always been a special member of our community, and we're so glad to have her with us. Back to you, Mother.
Thanks, Ebony Sadai. And yes, happy birthday, Maria Simmons. With the new year upon us, now is a great time to pick up some new books to read. In fact, it might make for a great New Year's resolution. Maybe read a book a month, a book a week. Whatever your reading habits are, our senior Forsaken book expert has some suggestions for you. Hello, Balsamon.
Greetings, mortal.
You're supposed to call me Mother.
I care not for this age's sorry excuse for Aes Sedai, or their positions. You're all worms and dirt and stuff. Beneath my feet.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's been a while. How's it going, conquering the world?
A little slow, actually. It's just really hard to find time to conquer the world and murder the dragon with all the great books of this world.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us about it?
One in particular, a series called A Chorus of Dragons by Jenn Lyons. The first book, A Rune of Kings. It's fully entertaining. This one magnificent creature whom the book seems to frame falsely as the villain, her name Talon, absolutely stunning creature. I've taken some notes on how she cares to break the resolves of people I cannot wait to employ. I am listening to the book being read by another. Its narrators are fantastic. They make me feel as if I'm in the moments. I thoroughly enjoy these audio books. One other put it best. I'll use his words. Lev Grossman, the author of The Magician, said, "It's everything epic fantasy should be. Rich, cruel, gorgeous, brilliant, enthralling, and deeply, deeply satisfying." I love it. and I cannot agree more. The second book, The Name of All Things, is also available. But one must read the first one before the second. Only fools skip ahead. And I also believe the third one is not far behind.
Thanks, Balsamon. See you next time. Before we wrap up, we have just one more thing to announce. Dragon Mount is hosting a special online video chat with Brandon Sanderson for its Patreon supporters. This exclusive event is open to supporters at the Servant of All and Chosen support tiers. This event is still being scheduled, but details will be provided very soon to all patrons in advance. The chat will be an hour long and offer you a fun way to interface with Brandon, talk about the Wheel of Time, his upcoming book projects, or anything else. This is an annual event and is a great way to support Dragon Mount while having fun with this awesome author. And remember, you can sign up for just a single month of sponsorship or temporarily increase your monthly amount for a single month just to have this amazing opportunity. For more information, see our Patreon page at patreon.com/dragonmount. And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching us, and we'll be back in 2 weeks where we'll be covering a very special anniversary occasion. Until next time, I'm Kitty. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm so glad you made it all the way to the end. As always, please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. We like comments, especially the positive ones. And if you have any friends who enjoy Wheel of Time, tell them about Dragon Mount and our show. As always, I'd like to thank our show sponsors, Tor.com, and our wonderful Patreon community. If you'd like more insight into the Wheel of Time or see how our show is made, you can become a Patreon supporter. We've got a lot of big plans for our show, and your support can make it a reality. And as always, follow Dragon Mount on all social media. See you next time.